Hello class, my name is Molly and I am here today to talk to you about ASPD, or Antisocial Personality Disorder. It can be defined as a personality disorder that affects people with rough family environments growing up. Some of it is heritable, but largely it is characteristics of manipulation, deceitfulness, lying, lack of remorse for others, and criminal behavior, as well as impulsivity. There are a few criteria you need to meet within the DSM-5. A pattern of disregard or violation of the rights of others. There is a list of what kind of defines that, so I won't go over it all right now because I don't have the time to. But if you want to pause the video and take a look, you need to fit 3 of these 7 criteria. So the second one must be 18. That is because it ties into the third, evidence of CD or conduct disorder. Conduct disorder is diagnosed to children and adolescents that exhibit signs of ASPD, but instead of diagnosing them as antisocial, conduct disorder relates to the fact that they have problems with interpersonal relationships, behavior, things of the sort. And if those symptoms progress into adulthood with criminal behavior, things of the sort, then an ASPD diagnosis will be appropriate if they fit any one of those 3 of the 7 behaviors. And also, this behavior occurs outside of bipolar or schizophrenic episodes, meaning it is separate from any correlating diagnoses that one might have. So if someone is bipolar, it would still happen when they're outside of that. Onset by age 8. This is some key notes. Typically, children are onset by age 8. You will be able to tell their symptoms and have an idea of kind of the trajectory of their life. The differs in severity. Some people simply have problems in their interpersonal relationships and their work, but some people grow up to be rapists and serial killers. So it really depends. Treatment is difficult and ineffective. This is because people with ASPD do not really believe that they are sick. They might often comorbid, meaning that those 2 diseases coincide with each other. People will go seek out treatment for that, but otherwise they typically don't believe that there's anything wrong with their antisocial traits. So in terms of treatment, that leaves no current tests available for ASPD. It leaves no medication available either, although people do take medication for coinciding disorders. Typically, it would be anxiety, depression, or bipolar disorder. Early intervention is seem to be somewhat effective, as well as anger control training in children, which is cognitive behavioral development, skill training, interpersonal relationship training, things of the sort. But it really is mostly just effective if you can catch it early and work with these kids. So the reason that I chose this topic was because originally I actually wanted to do a presentation on involuntary celibacy, or incels as the internet phenomenon has coined it. Although this was very difficult to find legitimate research on, because unfortunately it is an internet craze that has kind of caught people's attention. But involuntary celibates often actually exhibit some of these symptoms of ASPD. So that's kind of where I stumbled upon and made the connection to it. So that's why my research brought me to this, and what I found was many people that are imprisoned exhibit these traits. Many people that just grow up in abusive or neglectful families exhibit these traits, even in mild forms, not necessarily serial killer aspects. And it relates to our class, of course, because it is a personality disorder classified within the B cluster of the DSM-5. And I'm sorry, that alarm just went off. And it was very, very interesting research was done on this personality disorder. So that is my presentation, and I hope you enjoy.